Hello, my name is Allison Brimner, and I'm going to be the MC tonight. Cheryl's not joining us, and this is 100 Women Give Boulder County. We're doing it virtual. So what that means is it's going to be very, very simple. The meeting is going to take about 20 minutes this time. So what you guys need to do is watch the video. You pick the winner. You email Cheryl. This is who I think the winner is. You have up till Friday to do your votes. And then the donation is going to go directly to the nonprofit. And here's the best part, is that you guys can share this video. So watch the video. We're going to put it on 100 Women Give Boulder County, the Facebook page. And if you want to share the video, please do, because anyone can donate. Only members can actually vote, but anyone can donate. So I think these great charities are going to get more donations from people because people want to give right now. That's what we're doing. They are getting a 5-minute pitch. No questions this time. We're trying to just keep it as simple as possible. And let's get started. So we're going to start first, and I did it by whoever entered the room first is who went first. So Joanne, Meals on Wheels. And I'm going to have you, Joanne, just at least just say kind of hi, and I'll say go. And then that's when your 5 minutes start. Sound good? All right.
So hello.
Hello. So yeah, go ahead and just kind of introduce yourself and who you're with, and then I'll say go. You got 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm Joanne Joslin, and I nominated the Boulder Meals on Wheels group here. And the reason I did that is because I just retired as a volunteer driver. I had been a driver for 21 years and enjoyed it very much. And I had to quit because I live in a senior retirement community, and I'm not allowed out. So I have suddenly found for the first time what it means to have a knock on your door and a warm meal and hello delivered to you. So I suddenly, first time, I think after delivering for 21 years, understand what a pleasure it is to be on the receiving end. So I'm happy to promote Boulder Meals on Wheels. You may know that there are Meals on Wheels in other communities. That I think 100 Women promoted the Cool Creek Meals on Wheels at some time in the past. But here in Boulder, we serve about 250 meals per week. It takes about 275 volunteers per week to do that. And it's a great blessing to those. Their meals come regardless of age or income. There is a charge if you can make a charge, but 86% of the recipients are seniors. And I think every one of the ones that I delivered to were seniors. So it's a way to stay in your own home, to be there and get a warm meal and a wellness check. That's part of the mission statement, is the wellness check. Boulder also has a program called Project Homecoming, so that anybody just out of the hospital or a rehab, the first 5 days, they will deliver a meal to you absolutely free of charge. You just have to ask for it. So those are the main programs of the Boulder Meals on Wheels. Now, the reason I'm asking for support for them is that they've just transitioned from the West Boulder Senior Center to a new facility in Northeast Boulder. Now, normally they're pretty well in balance. I mean, they don't take federal or state subsidies, but they pretty well have their meals covered by other donations. But this has been a big change. The transition from the West Center to the new facility has incurred a great deal of debt. And they need this one-time donation that would really help make a difference and help them continue to serve the people in the local area. So that's why I'm asking for this donation from 100 plus women.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're at 3 minutes. Would you like to fill your 2?
Well, just to say how much it was such a pleasure to be a driver for Meals on Wheels, and how meaningful it is to the people who get the meals. And there is an increase due to the COVID. We can say that there have been more people who seniors who are afraid to go out, afraid to get groceries. And this warm meal really makes a big difference. And it's important to make sure that the Boulder Meals on Wheels stays viable.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Joanne. Well, I'm gonna put you on mute. Easy peasy. And next up, we've got Jen from Temple Grandin School. Here we go. You're unmuted.
Okay, I unmuted. Here I go. Yes, I'm Jen from Temple Grandin School, and we serve neurodiverse teenagers, mostly on the autism spectrum. Our students are empathic, they're earnest, they're anxious, they're inquisitive, they're deep thinking, and right now they're especially at risk, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why that is. Most of what I'm going to share is directly from our parent community in response to the question, what difference has Temple Grandin School made in your life? So I will be reading some of this because it's directly from parents. There's a saying, here's two answers to the question. There's a saying, kids do well if they can. I never really knew what that meant until my son began at TGS. Where I once was troubled for his future, I'm now so hopeful and at peace. TGS knows this population of students. I've never in all my looking found a group that gets my son like they do. The U.S. education system needs more TGS. And another, special education gave our son direct instruction on how to hide his differences. At TGS, he's learned that it is okay to be different. He's let his guard down and embraced learning. I'm proud of the progress he has made and so thankful for the staff who are able to help him learn new skills, but also more importantly, to show him how to access his gifts. Many of the students at Temple Grandin School come to us after years of trying and failing in other educational environments. This takes a big toll on them and on their families, I know, because I've been one. I actually founded the school in 2011 because my son and our family needed it. By providing a safe and supportive educational community for these students, we support the whole family system. Here's what one new family had to say. Being new to the state of Colorado this school year, it has been wonderful to see how our student has settled in and found peers. For us as parents, it's great to have found a community where we can find help, inspiration, and resources from experts and autism-blessed families alike. So particularly during this time of quarantine and of remote learning, these families are really feeling the support from our school. And they say, TGS has continued school and teaching during the pandemic, hooray. The entire staff is always reachable. The dedication to student support, even through online mediums, is impressive. Of all my children, my TGS student has been the lucky one with a real community that he actually sees every day. They check in to make sure he feels supported academically, mentally, and socially. And I'm here tonight because our Boulder community needs the minds and hearts of students like ours. They're creative thinkers, they care deeply about our world, and they're keenly interested in tackling the challenges we face in this pandemic and beyond. But without the support of a community like Temple Grandin School, their potential may not ever be realized. From the parents of a soon-to-be graduate, being understood and acknowledged has been the greatest blessing for our daughter. She's learned more about herself and how to relate and live in the larger world in these last 2 years than in all the years previously. The tuition is costly and we're using her college money now, but it is so very worth it. Any financial help to keep this needed school open in Boulder is appreciated. They are the only option for students like ours, and we're very grateful to have them in our community. So before the pandemic, the school was poised to grow. After years of searching, in 2019, we moved into a permanent home with space for expansion. So we now have a beautiful facility, a dedicated staff, and a life-changing program, as you've heard. This time of year, though, we would normally be bubbling with visiting students observing us in action. And in the circumstances of COVID, these visits just aren't possible and they're not happening. That is our threat from COVID-19. If we're not able to enroll new students, our entire school is at risk. Tuition makes up 90% of our income. Government funding, which we've applied for, will help us keep the doors open, but it will not close the gap in keeping all of our staff employed at full capacity. So we're asking for your support to help us keep our program intact and everyone on board as we weather this storm together. So I'm going to close with these final messages from our families. We feel like every teacher and support team member at TGS serves a special purpose, and together they create a great team. So the thought of losing anyone is very sad. TGS staff are bringers of light, hope, and real futures for children with extraordinary perspectives on the world around us. There's a place in the world for our kids. TGS helps us see the path forward. So I'm going to close with a question for you. Without Grandin School, where will these kids go? Thank you.
I was muted. I see what happened. I felt because my dog was back there like making noise. What I said is thank you, Jen, and Phyllis is now up.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to my oceanfront home in Lafayette. I'm Phyllis Green, and I'm excited to be presenting the Sister Carmen Community Center as a candidate for our second quarter funding. Sister Carmen has served the East County since 1976, where the actual Sister Carmen gathered donations of food and clothing into her garage so she'd have them to give to those in need. Since then, Sister Carmen has grown into a 25,000 square foot building on Aspen Ridge, offering what you might call a one-stop place to receive guidance, support, and most important, compassion. They also have the thrift store on Baseline. I'm sure many of you have shopped there. And they are a non-religious 501c3. As a family resource center, they provide food, rent and utility assistance, counseling, prescription assistance, eyeglass assistance, and also adult classes in parenting and nutrition and skill training. And then they do childcare so that the parents will be free to learn. They also, of course, refer to other great agencies. Sister Carmen has 26 full-time staff and 10 part-time staff, 13 of which are 11 speak Spanish. 13 are bilingual, and 10 speak Spanish and 2 speak Arabic. Sorry. They have over 1,600 volunteers a year, but there are about 100 volunteers that actually come every week to assist at the food bank, at the garden, data entry, and front desk. Sister Carmen serves approximately 10,000 families every year, but with COVID-19, it has devastated families, causing an escalation in requests for food and household products, and also for rent and utilities. Sister Carmen used to serve 300 families a week in their grocery store, but now they have found that at the drop-off or drive-through, that number has doubled to 1,600 families. What they usually give is 125 pounds of groceries that hopefully will last about 2 weeks. In February of this year, they gave roughly $10,000 to families with rent and utility issues. That amount is kind of what their norm has been. Yeah, but it has increased to 100,000 requests in April of this year. That's 10,000 to 100,000. Just in Boulder County's East County. It's just amazing. And this is money needed to help families from becoming homeless. And then also in the last 7 days, they have had requests for $43,000 in rent and utility assistance. Furthermore, the number of single mothers asking for help has increased sharply. Undocumented workers who are ineligible for unemployment benefits or a stimulus check have no other safety net to turn to without the fear of possible deportation. As you can imagine, Sister Carmen's resources are being drained quickly in this new environment. I hope you'll support Sister Carmen's mission in this time of crisis. Thank you so much, and it's good to see you all. Thanks again.
Thanks, Phil. I unmuted myself this time, so. Okay, that was great. Like I said, we're not having any questions. We're just going to post this, but I just wanted to give you, again, a couple things. One, obviously, people need help right now, especially right now. So if you feel that you want to donate to one or all of these nonprofits, they can really use the money. So please donate as much as that you can during this time. So you vote by emailing Cheryl. She probably already sent you out an email, but you're going to email her saying who you think should be the winner. And if you want to donate to anyone, you can. And lastly, please share this video, because you never know who you're going to share it with, who's going to see it, and they can donate to any of the nonprofits that they choose to. Or maybe they'll want to come to our next meeting because they saw this amazing presentation that these women did. So thank you guys so much. We're gonna be cutting off the recording. Don't go anywhere quite yet, because I did want to talk to you before, but we're gonna stop the recording. I'm going to tag each of your nonprofits so that you guys can actually go and check out, hopefully they have a Facebook or social media, but you can check out their pages, see what they're about. And that's all we got. I'm so glad we could do a meeting, even the night that we had planned for the meeting. So that was pretty amazing to pull that off. So thank you so much. I'm gonna stop the recording. Please vote, and I'll talk with you soon.